Hello, and welcome to the Marketing on Purpose podcast. I'm Michael Panik, partner at RDB. Today's podcast features a presentation from RDB founder Mario Alonso Debu at the Navigating the Unknown event held in mid-May 2020. The event was designed to aid SMB owners on how to navigate during the global pandemic, and Mario speaks about the importance of following your purpose during these uncertain times. I hope you enjoy it.
All right, coming up next, we have Mario. So I actually didn't know Mario before this event, and I'm very happy that in the progress of setting this event up, RDB, the DMZ, and TrueFan were able to work together, and I was able to meet Mario. I think he has a wealth of experience. He's extremely hardworking. I don't think he actually goes to sleep, but at the same time, he's someone that I am looking forward to hearing from. So Mario, the floor is yours. 15 minutes starts now.
Thank you, Swish, and thank you, Alan. Great session. Thank you, everybody, for joining. My name is Mario Alonso Debu. I founded and still run RDB, marketing agency that is specialized on purpose. And today we're going to talk about purpose, at least as much as it's possible in 10 minutes. Maybe Swish gives me 11. What is purpose? That's what we're going to look at. We're going to look at why purpose is so important, and especially how can something like purpose guide you in these very difficult times. And I think we're all aware they are. We're going to look at how purpose works in times of crisis and how it counterweights kind of everything dragging down on the Maslow pyramid of needs. And then I'm quickly going to touch on how purpose will be implemented across 4 layers of intervention. So how can you actually activate it and make it work for you? And then we're going to quickly discuss on how we can innovate around your purpose. But I would say before we talk about the good things, I want to put some emphasis on this. We've been affected by COVID-19 personally in Australia for 4 weeks. So far, according to McKinsey, half of all US businesses, and I guess North American businesses, have been affected. And I'm pretty sure the rest of the 50% will also be affected. So it's really now about us finding ways on how to channel our energy, how to stay focused, and how to act as leaders, as business owners in the best way we can, and find something that we can hold on to. And me personally, in like the last 7 years, or maybe even longer, I was always at my best when I was acting according to my personal purpose. And I could always see my company does well when it acted upon its purpose, right? Because it gives you something that you can hold on to. It reflects your values, and it also reflects your strategy. But what is purpose in general? Purpose, quite simply, is a motive, a cause, the reason why. I think the reason why is also another expression that got famous through Apple. Always focus on the reason why. And mainly it is hopefully the reason why your company actually came into existence, right? What is the ultimate reason why you started your company? And I feel that this crisis really brings us back to reminding us on why did we do this in the first place, right? And I mentioned it, we got this. I feel that no one else than entrepreneurs and creatives are equipped with the tools and the skills right now to get through this. Resilience, creativity, commitment are the things that will help us guide through this crisis. And if we are clear on our purpose and on why we do the things we do and what's the reason behind it, I think it will be way easier for us to see, okay, if I take decisions, are these decisions reflecting on my purpose? I always like to bring up one example to define or to explain on how purpose works in the business context. Imagine you're the CEO of a toothbrush company, right? So everything you do is built upon or is built so that you can sell better, cheaper, faster, and more toothbrushes. Now, people who are deep into strategy and who know the principle of reason why or purpose know that selling toothbrushes is a how and is a what, right? It defines your product, it defines your services, but it rarely defines the reason why. And that's exactly where purpose comes in. It's something that is bigger and that opens up worlds. We like to call it at RDB, we build worlds around purpose that keeps you focused on the challenge and more on why you do something instead of the how or what you do. So if I would be the CEO of that toothbrush company and I know I basically need to innovate and I need to transform my business, and I feel I'm back to constraints from Ellen, I feel like I'm constrained by what I do instead of why I do something, I would ask myself those 5 questions. So first, why did I start my business in the first place? When I started, what did I want to change? In RDB's case, when I started, and that's why it's called Robin Hood, I really wanted to change the industry and find a way on how communication can drive meaningful impact. Think about your target market, right? What is the change your audience wants to see? And what strengths, or what I call the bag of experience, what experiences, what insights, what unique skill sets can you bring in that differentiate you for the others and that can help you actually create change and impact? And what would you like your audience to know you for, right? Often when we talk about purpose, we also talk about heritage and sustainability. So it's a long-term thing. So if I would be that CEO of that toothbrush company, I would probably, and this has just been assembled in a day, so I'm sure there are some smarter guys than me who could do this even better, but I would look at the first thing, which is my purpose statement. And instead of saying, I'm going to sell as many toothbrushes as I can, I say I improve humanity's dental hygiene to drive better teeth and personal well-being. And immediately you can see your purpose opens up a new spectrum, right? And my vision will become a world of healthy smiles across all spectrums of society. So I have an inclusive part in there. And my mission becomes develop and make accessible world-class dental hygiene products. So it's more than just toothbrushes. And then the ambition, and here I want to be very clear in these special times of need, if you act on your purpose, your ambition is more on the impact than you create than on the growth, right? So if you create positive impact for 500 people, that's as good as if you create impact for 5 million people, as long as you do the best you can and as long as you act upon your purpose. But that's just my personal opinion. Now we have the challenge that we face a severe time of crisis, right? And if you like, everybody's first reaction in terms of crisis is to go back into their shell, to hide in their caves and wait until this is over. So if you want to be more scientific about it, if you look at the Maslow pyramid of needs, everybody steps at least at the beginning and ladder down on that pyramid and goes down to the bottom where it's all about physiological needs like food, water, sleep, and it's all about safety. And the challenge, and I think Ellen can confirm that, if we're in these brackets, creativity, innovation, and other things tend to die because we don't have the support system and we don't have the creative energy and the energy we need to talk about community, to talk about self-expression, to talk about innovation, if you like. So we feel that purpose is a counterbalance, especially in time of need, if you clearly define what that is for you, that can move you up on that ladder and actually can bring you out of the lethargy or, on what should be the next step that I do, because it becomes something bigger than yourself and it opens up an ecosystem. So this is kind of complicated, but everything starts with purpose. I'll make it simpler. I'm going to show you how we think you can integrate purpose into 4 layers of intervention. So the first one, and I think the most important one, because this is your foundation, your basis is your culture. Within the company, it's all about how you treat your employees, how you work with your employees, how you work with your community. We at RDB immediately recognize that mental health and well-being will be even more of importance. So we introduced mental health days. We support small and medium businesses as today on the best practices and the learnings we have. And then we immediately integrated HR to act upon our purpose and see how we can help our employees to get through these times, and even our leadership, free consultation services, all these things, in order to keep us sane and keep us as high as possible on that Maslow pyramid. In terms of brand and communication, we can see that through purpose, that more and more consumers will be loyal to brands that really added value in this time of crisis. We can see that our employees, and we can see this across the board, are really becoming, if you act upon your values and your purpose, really are becoming ambassadors for you. and they will give their utmost to support you. So again, you're not alone in this. We can see that organic content is picking up, share rates are going up, engagement rates are going up. So really make sure that you leverage your channels from social to owned to website to communicate on your purpose, to reach out to other members of the community and see how you can tackle this together, right? Because community is so important now. And then in terms of product innovation, if we take that toothbrush example again, suddenly it becomes about, dental healthcare. So now you could think about, hey, is there a way how I can offer free consultation online? Is there a way how I can team up in terms of shared value with NGOs and partners that act also upon my purpose? So the nice thing is purpose helps you elevate to the why, and it opens up new worlds so that maybe your how and the what might be a bit different. So I don't know where I'm in terms of time, but if you have more questions, we really spent the last 4 weeks to put together a ton of content on what we learned and how we can support others. So from initiatives like this to how you can leverage messaging services to create effective management, how you can leverage purpose. And then I think for some of you, it might be really interesting. We created a knowledge hub that kind of has templates and toolkits on crisis communication and how to leverage purpose for CSR and other activities. Feel free to reach out, to drop me a message. You can find me on any channel, or Swish can forward you my contacts. I hope that was insightful and gave you a bit of an idea on how purpose works. Stay safe, and you guys got this. We'll get through this.
Thank you so much today for listening to RDB's podcast. If you enjoyed the conversation, please consider leaving us a rating and a review. Also, be sure to subscribe to the podcast and follow us on Instagram at RDB.agency and on Twitter at RDB.agency. Thank you once again for listening. We'll see you next time.